as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building.
Your own 28-yard line.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step.
Mike.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And they work this well up from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Good. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Sponge. No.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike. 280. Go. 18. 59 Mike. Check.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kevin Pierre-Louis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
To throw is Wilson. He goes full extension, and he's got it.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
315. 59. Fair. You ready? Silent. Lucky. Move 15. Time go. Double up. He's coming, double up. Mike's 5'9". Hey, watch the
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 7.
From the 17, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Drop deep. Got it. Check. One left. Whip. Watch the whip. One left.
This is Carson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 75 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the pass. Check nine.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Move 15.
Mike 59. Here we go.
Front it.
Check 59. Mike.
On third down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so, and I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. On first down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 26 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Alert, 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 alert.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Carson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Zoom, double dog, that's the way.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Hey, 0.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go, man, you didn't turn up, let's get that ball.
On 1st down, Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and
3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun. Check 99. Check 50. Check. Fresno. Check 3. Look for signals. Watch.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Right left.
Mike's 59.
You ain't got it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got it. Deuce. Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? 50.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Booster team.
Check 26, check 26.
Ball trot.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, hey.
Check. Hey, check 20.
What's left? What's left?
Check 37. Check 37.
Hopper.
He's crashing. He's
Two
checking.
ways back.
Here's Wilson to throw again, escaping the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They run it with Carson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
59's Mike. Check, 59. We own them. Mike's 50.
Go.
Mike's 59. Let's get it together, D.
Two ways back.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike, check, 59. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Delta.
5'9", Mike, 5'9". I'm going to come
Good
back.
job right there.
Back to you. 59's Mike.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Alert. You guys, listen. Hold up.
Back.
Hey, zero.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5
Check 59.
at the 25-yard line.
59.
They go play action now. Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Alert.
Come. Check. Shit. Kill.
Alert.
Kill.
Alert.
Slam. Shit.
Good.
On third down, Carson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal?
Watch the twist. Check safety, check safety. Mike's fighting now. One left. Hey, let's get this. Hey, easy. Check.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Go. Watch the slant. Motion. Tempo.
They run again with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the screen. Mike, check. 59. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check your hot read. Check. 61. Match box. Mike, slam.
On third down, it's Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Run left. 59 Mike. Check. 59. You gonna see me in your
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This is Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? One alert, one alert.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You got nothing. Kick. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what the mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta bitch change my situation.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own